Downtown San Diego going crazy. The furry is busted out. The Padres just walked off and swept the best team in Major League Baseball. Campusano, the hero today, but so many of them. Morejón, incredible. The bullpen, electric on a day where offense was few and far between. But San Diego, to cap it off, now second in the National League wild card race. This is your Padres Postcast, and it starts right now.
This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
West Side, walk it off. The furry is out. What a win for the Padres. What an elite baseball game. Two incredible teams. Padres red hot right now, and the Brewers showing why they're Major League best. I mean, incredible defensive plays. Game of inches, and it really took everything the Padres had to win this game. Look, they didn't have a day off until tomorrow since July 27th. And then, of course, this one goes 11 innings, man. And every inning, these teams both had their chances to win the game. I'm going to do my best to get to everything on this one. But wow, what a game. One of the best baseball games I've ever watched, a regular season game. The Padres and the Brew Crew going back and forth and back, and the defense and the pitching, and just even when players stole bags and they were safe, it was by an inch, or if they're thrown out, it's by an inch. And oh man, just so many things that happened in this game. The Padres, super professional hitters. Great job by them. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. By the way, I don't want to get too carried away before I tell you that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Join all the action at FanDuel.com to play daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer this MLB season. I thought the Padres had it when Jackson Merrill hit the ball like he did in that inning. Oh, man, can't wait to take you through it. So many things here today. What a win for the Padres. Again, Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ and here.
This is what you'll be talking about.
That was Here We Go, by the way, but an incredible job by the Padres, and I don't even know where to start right here. I mean, the Padres sweep the Brewers, instant classic at Petco. Not a huge crowd there today for a day game, man. They're going to rue the day that they didn't. I mean, not that many people can't take a sick day. Come on, but that's 5 straight wins for the Pods. 15-4 in their last 19. They sweep the Brew Crew, who came in 30 games over 500. They move into second place in the wild card after the Rockies beat Arizona, take 2 out of 3 from the D-Bags, and St. Louis beat Philadelphia. It was one of the best games of the entire Major League Baseball season. 2 playoff caliber teams, elite playoff caliber teams, throwing haymakers for 11 innings. Elite pitching and defense, incredible bullpen, a lot like game 1, the 3-2 game. Yesterday they, spanked them, but Game 1, elite win by the Padres, and today, winning those games with the bullpen they have and their penchant for coming through in the late innings, those things are great for the playoff run down the stretch, and if you make the playoffs, because that's how you win in the playoffs. You don't score a ton of run in the playoffs, as you know, most of the time. Championship atmosphere, man, oh man, I don't even know where to start with this game, except to tell you that I was privileged to watch this one, and even more privileged to be on here talking to you about it. 4-7-2 for the Padres, 3-5-1 for the Brewers. Milwaukee 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the 11th. The Padres 1 in the third, 1 in the 8th, and 2 in the 11th. Adrián Morejón, 2 amazingly gutsy innings, 2 innings, and he gave up no earned runs, had 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Of course, you have the automatic runner to start the inning, which is the dumbest rule in the history of baseball. I don't even care. But then Senzatella takes the loss, 2/3 of an inning, a hit and earned run. The unearned run scored first, right? Oh, man. But Sanchez homered to left in the second, making it 1-0 Brewers. Terang singles to center, scoring Ortiz on an error by Jackson Merrill. When does that ever happen? You're like, did I just actually see that? Terang safe at third. Anyway, that would be it, but it's 2-0 Milwaukee. And as has been the case throughout this hot streak, the Padres coming back, man. They are coming back. And in the third, Xander Bogaerts barrels one up and crushes a solo homer, makes it 2-1. 8th inning, Cronenworth reaches on an infield single to first, scoring Fernando. Rengifo to second. We're going to take you through that inning because Manny, 0 for 5 Manny, had a chance to put it away early but couldn't get it done. They disrespected him. They pitched to him in a position where they could have walked him. Didn't do it, but great running by Fernando, by the way. He scored from second base on Cronenworth's high chopper to first. The pitcher didn't get over there in time. Jake beats the throw, and Fernando, who was running on the pitch, 3-2 with 2 outs, scores the tying run. In the 11th, Sanchez doubles off Morejón, scoring Bay to make it 3-2 Milwaukee, but then Adrián gives up. Man, I'm telling you, he loads the bases and he strikes out the side. Beautiful job. We'll take you through it all. Merrill with a sacrifice fly to right in the 11th, scoring Jake. It was more like a rocket headed for the wall. An amazing play by the Brewers. They made 2 incredible plays in the outfield and extra innings to save themselves the game a couple of times. And then Campusano singling in Song to win it in the 11th. As wow, what a game. What a win for the Padres. And I am just so pumped to be here talking about it right now. We're going to get right into it at the moment. We have a lot to talk about. Again, I already told you the scoring. Nobody scores in the first. The Brewers score 1, top of the second. They score another one, top of the third. The Padres score 1 on Bogey's homer, bottom of the third. And I already told you how all this happened, right? It's 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. You get to the 8th inning, and we're talking like elite relief for the Padres today, man. Robbie Ray gives you 4 innings, 2 earned runs on 2 hits and 3 walks. Wasn't his best, but pitched himself out of some jams and kept him in the game, right? Bragley Rodriguez, 2 scoreless innings. Estrada, 2 scoreless innings. Hart, a scoreless inning. Miller, a scoreless inning. And Morejón goes 2 innings, gives up 1 run. It was the automatic runner. So really, but Brewers bullpen almost as good till they got to Senzatella, but McGill, their closer, with a scoreless inning. Ashby with a scoreless inning. But the Padres did get to Patrick today after May goes 7 innings, giving up 1 earned run. The run that was allowed on Bogart's homer in 15 innings against the Padres this season. He's allowed 1 run, struck out 15, and walked 2. They took him out after he walks the leadoff hitter in the 8th inning. Maybe they rue the day because they bring in Patrick and he gives up that run there that ends up, tying the game, and it goes to extras, and Brewers get 1 in the 11th. Padres get 2. All right, but we're going to keep it rolling right here. The Padres in the bottom of the 8th inning, man. This is a big inning. Sheets with a walk. Bowen runs for him. Bogarts immediately. Xander 6-4-3. I swear Bogarts could ground into a double play with nobody on base. Fernando walks, pinch hitting for Fermin. He wasn't in the starting lineup today. Rengifo with a walk. And Rengifo and Cronenworth, Fernando draws the walk. 8-9 pitch at bats. Unbelievable professional at bats by the Padres. Even Manny in a couple of the spots, 6-7 pitch at bats. They work the counts. They've just been great lately with that. Cronenworth beats out a high chopper to first by literally that much. And Fernando running on the pitch scores from second. Beautiful job. Manny comes up with a chance to put him ahead, take it to the 9th, get the Reaper. He taps out to the mound after being up 3-0 in the count. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Top of the 9th for the Brewers. Miller gets himself in a little bit of trouble. Back-to-back walks with 1 out, but he gets Churio to foul out, and he strikes out Terang. And there you go. Bottom of the 9th for the Padres. Merrill doubles with 1 away, and McGill, the closer, comes in. Merrill, the winning run. Campusano fouls out. Bowen lines out. No runs for the Padres. We go to the 10th. Brewers don't score off Morejón. He gets him 1-2-3. McGill for the Brewers on the mound in the bottom of the 10th. Fernando intentionally walked after Bogarts pops out. So 1st and 2nd, they pitch to Rengifo, and you're going, oh, he's going to beat his former team. He hit a grand slam. Nope, he pops out. Cronenworth flies out to center. Then comes the top of the 11th, which is absolutely crazy because right here, this whole entire inning gives us our first. Yeah, right here. We got this.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Bay runs for Contreras, and Sanchez doubles to left. The ball skips off the bag, and it was right after Bowen barely missed one in the bottom of the 10th inning when, was it the bottom of the 10th inning when Bowen, his ball hit just barely was foul, man. Just barely foul. It was the 9th inning. Bowen rips one down the line, barely foul, would have scored Merrill with the winning run, and then he flies out to center, and an incredible catch. I mean, an absolutely incredible catch for the Brewers by Mitchell, who came in to pinch hit for Lockridge and then came racing in full speed, diving forward, makes an incredible grab. And it wasn't the first incredible play the Brewers made in the outfield in this game. It was actually the first one, but not the last one. You know what I'm saying? So, and not the only one. So then Morejón, man, and he gets into trouble in the top of the 11th. Sanchez on second, nobody out. After the runs in, it's 3-2. He walks Mitchell, strikes out Hamilton, strikes out Ortiz, intentionally walks Churio, bases loaded. Guess what he does to Terang? Strike 3. Morejón, a heroic performance today. Then in the bottom of the 11th, Senzatella on the mound. Machado grounds out to short. At least he gets Cronenworth over to third. And Jake alertly running on the pitch. Jake was great on the bases today, beating out that chopper where Fernando scored to tie it. Then this one, France gets hit by a pitch right in the elbow. And then you're thinking, oh, here comes the guy you want up there. He's red hot. Action Jackson Merrill crushes one. I mean, he fell behind 0-2, and it was a 6-pitch at bat. Smokes one to right field. And I mean, it's over the right fielder's head. It might go. It could have hit. It was going to hit the wall for sure. But unbelievable play by Lara, their cleanup hitter, and a great right fielder. He runs straight back, leaps way up in the air, and grabs it. Just an unbelievable play to follow up what Mitchell did in the 9th. So 2 elite plays by the Brewers outfielders there. And then, yeah, man, he takes that away from Jackson Merrill. But the run scores from third. Cronenworth scores from third. Tie game, right? Song runs for, who did he run for? Tie France. He had already run for France, right? He steals second. Big play by Song to steal second, right? So Song steals second, and then comes Campusano, and we will get to that on the other side. But Campusano, of course, with a hit to right field. Song racing in, barely safe at the plate. Throw a little high, but safe by that much, and that's the type of game it was. And by the way, Campusano also threw out a runner at third, and I can't remember which inning it was. Let me see. It was the top of the 10th inning. He threw out Terang, made the first out of the inning at third, got him by an inch. So Campusano throws out Terang in the 10th inning and drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 11th. What a game, man. You could hear it in my voice. I'm trying to keep up with everything. It's Grease. It's the postcast. We got a lot to do. A little late for the break, but who in the heck thinks about that in a moment like this when a game like this just happened, right? But unbelievable win for the Pods. They're in second place, a game ahead of the Phillies and the Diamondbacks in the wild card race. They've won 5 in a row. They sweep the best team in baseball. 11 innings, walk-off. They've had so many walk-offs this year, right? After the 7th inning, they have 15 wins after when trailing in the 7th inning or later, now 16. Major League Baseball best. They were tied with the Phillies until they won this one today. All right, still to come, the player of the game, the X Factor, who fudged up. We get you ready for the Guardians over the weekend. Finally, a day off tomorrow. Not for me, but for the Padres, and probably not for you either. But what a win for the Pods. Let's hit the break, and we will be right back to keep it rolling. Right after I thank our friends at Amazon for this limited break so I can get right back to the show. So much to get to today, right? This back-to-school season, spend less on your kids with Amazon. We all know how crazy the back-to-school shopping experience can be, right? Starts with a few items on the list, then suddenly you're shopping for supplies, clothes, lunch gear, tech, and about 10 other things you didn't see coming. It adds up fast. My favorite, those Stanley things they drink out of. Oh my God, they're $50 sometimes, right? But not on Amazon. You get the good deals, right? Especially when you're a Prime member. Anyway, when you buy clothes for back to school, your kid has a growth spurt 2 weeks later, and you're right back where you started. Sometimes it genuinely feels like they're growing faster than your budget can keep up. There's the need versus want. When your kid's definition of need for back to school shopping is a lot different than your definition of need. Somehow the list keeps getting longer every time they look at it and hand it to you, and you're going, yeah. Anyway, explaining the need versus want conundrum this time of year has just become an annual part of the process. So remember the 21st night of September. With Amazon's low back to school prices, just spend less on your kids, because every dollar you don't spend on them is a dollar you haven't spent on them. Shop back to school at Amazon and spend less on your kids.
Since hindsight is always 20/20, let's...
Oopsie. Man, that's my bad right there. Sorry about that, guys. That was supposed to be, where is it? This one right here. I don't know how in the world we got that one. All right. Anyway, but since we hit it, might as well get it. 4-3. They walk it off in 11 innings, man. Campusano scores Song on a single to right. So many elite plays, so much great defense, so many professional at-bats. The Padres relievers incredible. We're going to hit the box score in just a minute, but first things first, play you the second guess.
Since hindsight is always 20/20, let's deliver today's second guess.
How in the world do the Brewers do this again, right? You remember the other night when it's a 3-2 game and the Brewers are up and it's the 9th inning, and man, it's wow, what's his name is at the plate? Christian Yelich, right? And Contreras is on first, or the guy who ran for Contreras was on first. It wasn't Contreras. Anyway, point being, He runs and gets thrown out stealing to end the game, taking the bat out of the red-hot Yelich's hand. He had already homered that night, so they run themselves out of that inning. And I understand this is a big part of their game, right? But how about today? What's the golden rule in baseball? One of them, anyway. They have so many of them, but you never make the first or the last out of an inning at third base. What does Turang do? He tries to steal with nobody out against Morejón. Campusano with a right-hander up. He got a great jump, and he's a fast runner. Campusano throws around the runner, gets him by this much, and I mean this much. Beautiful play by Campusano. It's a second guess for the Brewers, but it's more of a beautiful play for Campusano. But to do what they did in game one, and now here in this game, they literally just about ran themselves out of a game where they played elite defense. They got incredible pitching and timely hitting, but man, running themselves out of the inning. That is how we say the second guess right there. I'm not going to call it a who fudged up, but I'm going to call it a second guess. And as far as who fudged up, this is going to be a tough one, man. This is going to be a really tough one because, when you think about a game like this and how it goes down, to say that anybody fudged up is really going to be tough. But I would say I'm gonna do this, and I know Pat Murphy a little bit from his days as the head coach at Arizona State. So here you go, Murph.
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with who fudged up.
Man, unbelievable. And it's easy for me to say, right? But Dustin May, he's dealing, going 7. They're not touching him, right? Minus the Bogarts homer. It's the only run he's given up in 15 innings, striking out 15 and walking 2. He walks the third hitter that he's walked in 15 innings against the Padres to lead off the 8th inning. And what does he do? He takes him out. He takes him out, and he brings in Patrick. And what happens after he brings in Patrick is, of course, Murphy's Law. Get it, Murphy? I think I'm funny sometimes. You know what I mean? But Sheets walks, and then he brings in Patrick. Bogarts immediately grounds into a double play, of course. Tatis walks, Rengifo walks, and then they bring in Ashby. Cronenworth with the infield single. They tie the game. Should have stayed with May there. That is the who fudged up. You could have rotated and flip-flopped those two, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Meanwhile, for the Padres, got to take you through the box score real quick. Rengifo 1 for 4 with a walk. Cronenworth 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run score. Also walked, struck out twice. Manny 0 for 5. France 2 for 4, and Manny had that shot in the 8th to win it, right? Song 0 for 1, but he reached and scored the run. Merrill 1 for 4 with the RBI on the sac fly that tied the game in the 11th. Hayes 0 for 3. Campusano 1 for 2 with the game-winning RBI. Sheets 0 for 2 had the big walk, though, in the 8th. Bowen 0 for 1 just missed a game-winning hit twice in the 9th, or was it the 10th? Whichever one. I think it was the 9th. He just hits one foul, just barely, and it looked like it could have gone over the bag. Didn't review it, can't review it. But then the great play by the center fielder robs him. Bogarts 1 for 4 with a big home run. Fermin 0 for 2. Tatis draws 2 walks and has a run scored. He hit twice when he came in the game very late, right? Obviously scored the game-tying run. Robbie Ray, 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, a homer on 84 pitches. Bradley Rodriguez, 2 perfect innings, not perfect, 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Jeremiah Estrada with a perfect inning, struck out 1. Kyle Hart with a beautiful job, walked 2 and then struck out 2 to get out of his own jam. Couldn't believe Hart was in the 8th inning. I'm just itching to give the second guess to Stammen on that one. Still not a good move to have Hart pitching in the 8th inning, by the way, but it worked out. Miller comes in the 9th, walks 2 with 1 away. He walks the 8 and 9 hitters, gets out of it, of course, in Miller style. And then Morejón, 2 innings, and he gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, 2 walks, and struck out 4, including the side in that second inning. And just a beautiful job by Morejón there. And that was the 11th, that second inning that he pitched. Not going to give you the Brewers box score. Too much to do here before we get on out of here. But man, oh man. And by the way, I'm about to shoot an episode of Locked On Padres with Javi Reyes, which you can see or hear wherever you're seeing or hearing me right now, whether on YouTube, whether you're on Roku, whether you're on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Amazon, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever you are, I'll be on Locked On Padres, and I think that episode is going to run tomorrow. But right now, we got to get on up and get on out of here. But first things first, let's go.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
All right, this is a tie. This has to be a tie. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. I would say that the tie is 1 and 2 things. The first one is the professional at-bats by the Padres hitters today. Rengifo, Cronenworth, even Manny, Merrill, France, Campusano, deep into counts, seeing pitch after pitch after pitch, tough outs, fouling balls off. not swinging at bad pitches. Rarely did they swing at bad pitches against very good pitchers on a very, very good team. And the professional at-bats, the incredible at-bats, were amazing today, and also equally so on the X Factor side. How about the bullpen, man? Rodriguez, Estrada, Hart, Miller, and Morejón. You're talking 5-7 innings, 1 run allowed. That's because of the stupid rule with the automatic runner. That should be the who fudged up that stupid, dumb ghost man on second. Come on, man. That's a bunch of crap. It always has been. I love the pitch clock. I love the hitting clock. I love all that. I love the challenges. And by the way, elite challenges today from the Padres hitters and elite challenges from the Padres catchers, whereas the Brewers fudged up every challenge they had. And that makes a difference. Padres are a very good challenging team. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I mean, just Rodriguez, Estrada, Hart, Miller, and Morejón, they're all, I mean, what an X factor they were today. Absolutely. Which leads me to...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I mean, Luis Campusano with the walk-off RBI threw out Terang, trying to steal to lead off that inning by an inch. Outstanding behind the plate, had a huge series. So I'm going Luis Campusano as our player of the game. And what a game it was, man. What a game it was. Unbelievable, man. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. The Padres just proved they belong. They didn't beat up on a bad club. They swept arguably the best team in the National League. Jackson Merrill with a clutch double, a sac fly, another missile robbed at the wall, playing winning baseball. Great defense. Campusano, Mitchell, Lara, Gold Glove baseball, man. Absolute Gold Glove baseball. Real quick before we get on up, we got to tell you again, Diamondbacks lost, Phillies lost, second place in the wild card for the Padres right now. And unbelievable, man, to sweep this team and do what they just did. So you got the game on Friday at Cleveland. You go there, then you go to New York. You've got Michael King, reporters clocking, producers jocking. They want to be down with the King. Keep the momentum going against Gavin Williams. King 7-8 with a 3.37. Williams 11-6 with a 3.55. And again, the Guardians are 58-62, 28-31 at home. Padres 65-57, 28-31 on the road. Remember early in the year when they had the really good road record? Let's get that going again, because they've been good at home in this stretch of playing so many games. What's up, Rama and Lizzie? Thank you for being here in the chat. Appreciate you on YouTube. If you're listening wherever you download your podcast, by the way, or you're on Roku or anywhere else on Tag to Share, come on into the YouTube and give us a sub in there as well. You get to see the handsome face. But the Friar Furry is the star of the show. Every time they have a win like this, I bust out the Friar Furry. I mean, it's so comfortable. It's the color. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. And we got a big live audience here right now. So appreciate y'all being here. And before we wrap it up, I just want to remind you that your San Diego Padres are playing championship baseball, 15-4 in their last 19, 5 wins in a row after they dropped the opener against a good Houston team. They win the last 2 of that series. They come back and they sweep the Brewers, who came in at 74-44. They won a 3-2 nail biter and made every play down the stretch to win that game. They won this one today in extras, walked it off, made every play down the stretch to win this game. Professional at bats, great defense, tremendous pitching, the bullpen lit, of course, and man, oh man, just resilience, another late game walk-off. And if you missed it, this team is dangerous, right? But if you missed it, I just want to tell you one more time, 16 wins when entering the 7th inning or later, trailing for the Padres, 16 to lead Major League Baseball. They were tied with Philly until this one. So think about that. That's how championships are won. The way they're playing right now with the defense, with the base running, elite challenging. They're really playing well. A veteran team. They don't have a ton of great hitters, but they are professionals. They're working counts. They're doing great right now. Bullpen's almost unhittable. Ray and Mize have solidified the rotation, and I just think that this team is positioned to make a nice run toward the postseason, and I'm here for all of it. So thank you for making Padres Postcast or Locked On Padres your first listen every day, or watch for your second one. Find the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. It's every game. It's every night until a World Series champion is crowned. Could it be the Padres? Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Again, one more time, I want to tell you, this is what championship baseball looks like. The Padres sweeping arguably the best team in the National League, record-wise, no argument. They won their 5th straight. They're second in the wild card, and they're playing their best baseball of the season. If you enjoyed the show, like it, subscribe, and I will see you, or you'll hear me tomorrow well, actually be Friday after Padres baseball. And again, whether you see me or you hear me, that's your choice. Again, until then, stay safe, keep your game tight and your mind right. Go Padres. Big win today, 4-3. They walk it off. West Side walk it off in 11. Peace from Greece and the Friar Furry. We will see you, or you'll hear me. Again, that's your choice on Friday. I got no job. I got ish to do. I don't want to end the show. I'm so excited. Thank you, Padres. Thank you, all of you. We love you. From the #1 sports podcast network in America, the Locked On Podcast Network, your team, your pods, your Friars, every single day.